morning.
I'd like to welcome those in attendance to the October 27th, 2022 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please.
Mr. Barbara.
Here.
Mr. Long.
Here.
Here.
Any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
Have none.
No. Approval of minutes of the meeting of October 20th, 2022.
I'll make a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Bid openings, there are none today. Matters from other department heads or their representatives? Okay.
Perfect.
Moving on to correspondence. A, correspondence received from Milestone requesting permission to close both southbound lanes of Holman Avenue at Webb Street. Traffic will be transitioned to the east side of Holman with one lane of traffic for northbound and southbound. Eastbound traffic on Webb will be able to access Holman southbound only. Work is scheduled to begin on October 31st, 2022 and complete on November 7th, 2022, weather dependent. Mr. Gordish.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Basically, it is what it says it is. It's for the patch that we approved last week. A concrete patch. It should take about a week or so.
Yes.
Traffic is going to be able to flow north and south.
Okay.
So I recommend approval.
No? Anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve Milestone's request.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, correspondence received from Kelly Kearney recommending the bids which were opened at the October 20th, 22 meeting be awarded to the lowest responsive and responsible bidder to be as follows. 1524 Michigan Street, JM Industrial Services, $5,200. 6720 Ontario Garage, JM Industrial Services, Inc., $5,200. 4750 Hickory Street, front only. Property was demolished by the owner's contractor. 4751 Oak Avenue, JM Industrial Services, $9,400. 4315 Toll Avenue, JM Industrial Services, Inc., $14,590. 4407 Baltimore was a rebid, JM Industrial Services, Inc., $10,050. And 940 Field Street, front and rear, JM Industrial Services for $11,540. Okay.
Just approve the bids?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the bids.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, request for rental registration hearing.
I'll make a motion to set those for November 10th, 2022.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Matters from board members? Anything?
No, sir.
Anything?
Got nothing.
Okay. New business. Item A, request for authorization for publication of request for proposals for city council chambers. Is that audio-visual upgrade, Mr.
It is.
Smith? Okay.
So this is just the first step that the IT department has requested to go to RFP. So this will give them authority for us to publish the notice for the RFP. There shouldn't be any paperwork with this. So it's just a request for the authority to go to publication. So I'd request that the board approve that, and we'll move forward.
Okay.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve the request.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, right-of-way permit 1, received from engineering submitted for approval.
Basically, all that one is a whole lateral repair. So,
Open rear alley, blacktop, and exposed sanitary. Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay, I will make a motion then to approve the right-of-way permit.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, demolition hearings.
Good morning, Mr. President and Board. We've
Morning.
got several demolition hearings this morning. If we could go one out of order, because we've got an attorney here that's got to get moving, and that would be 4919 Pine Avenue. So if we could do
Number
that,
9.
that should be,
Number 9.
yes, number 9 in your book. Just for the record, these are demolition hearings pursuant to the Unsafe Building Act. Notice has been given through regular certified mail publication and by posting on the premises. Each of these properties I presented the board through a three-ring binder, photographs of the condition of the properties. I do, in some instances, have updated photos as well that I'll present to the board if we have those. And it would be the city's request on each of these for the demolition order to be entered and affirmed as presented. However, obviously, we'll move through these, and we'll see who's here and who's not. On this property, 4919 Pine Avenue, again, setting the record and putting forth the city's position. The owner is listed as Paul Perry from Lawndale Avenue in Chicago. It's been boarded up since 2019. There was an interior inspection done then, and the interior is very dirty, including animal waste, holes in the roof, no gas or electric for some time. The photographs show a two-story structure boarded up with a dilapidated door and stairs in the rear and garbage strewn throughout the yard, at least on the date of the photos. Ms. Hallett is here on behalf of the lender. It's my understanding that they are going towards sheriff's sale in December. We would request that the order be affirmed as presented so that the process can continue forward. But I'll turn it over to Ms. Hallett for any comments you may have.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your attorney pretty much outlined the situation. Our foreclosure is completed and it's set for sheriff's sale on December 2nd. The bank would like me to request a little bit of additional time for them to take possession of the property. So I think their intention is to rehab the property. And so that's what my request would be today, to perhaps delay this 2 months to allow them to take possession under the sheriff's sale and get the required inspections and do the work that they need to do to rehab this building. Thank you.
And I just the board is aware, I've explained to Ms. Hallett that generally, even if the order's entered, there's a good 6-8 weeks before we bid it out. Like, for example, the bids you read today, what do we had in October, what's today's date, 26th or something? Those were up, I believe, in late August. So that's, I think they're August 22nd, so we're just a little over 8 weeks. That's the usual process. So I'm hoping that, I'm hoping that will probably be the same thing here, and therefore it'll be well past the sheriff's sale. And as the board is aware, if anybody, if a bank or anyone else wants to come in and rehab it, the board is usually open to that. And the only other thing I would say is that, and not to lump HSBC into this, but we've had other banks come in the past where they've said, hey, we're going to rehab it, and then they never show up. So we like to keep the process moving. I would explain that to Ms. Hallett, and I've also explained that I believe there will be sufficient time for them if they do want to come and rehab it.
And there is, the bank will get one more notification, right, prior to a crane or something taking out any dirt, knocking down any walls, so.
And I'm going to add her to the service list.
Okay.
And I do understand the process, so we know we're going to get one more notice before the bricks start to fly, so.
Okay, all right,
All right, very good.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, then I'm going to make a motion to approve the demolition order for 4919 Pine Avenue.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. That was 4919. That one got them all out of order, man.
All right, if we could go back to the regular order of business then, Mr. President.
Yes, sir. 1137 150th Street.
1137 150th Street. I believe Mr. Diaz is here, and I believe Adrian is going to interpret for Mr. Diaz. Mr. Castro is the inspector on this property. You do have photos under tab 1 there. The property appears to be partially done with a rehab with a significant amount of garbage in the back. There is only a partially sided with Tyvek and other insulation. The windows are boarded up. The basement bedrooms were found in this property in 2019, and then in 2020 there was a fire. There was a stop work order posted in 2020 because of the basement bedrooms. A new permit was issued in 2021, but no work was done on that permit. So based on the condition of the property, we would request that the order be entered. I'd ask Mr. Castro if he's got anything to add on this.
I do believe that they have had a demo inspection done for Mr. Luter's notes, and the rehab agreement, I believe, is in the process. I'm not sure if it's been signed yet or not, though.
Oh, yeah. But how long has it been? How long has it been in this condition? Quite a while?
2020,
2020.
then in
2
2021,
years?
they had a contractor come out. And while the contractor was working on the fire damage, the owner, I guess, gutted the first floor. And that's when the stop work order was issued.
Yep.
So, and so upon a further inspection, we told them that everything's got to come up to current code.
So at this point, obviously, or not obviously, at this point, we'd ask the order be affirmed, and I'd just ask if, are you Mr. Diaz? And Mr. Diaz to identify himself, and if he's got anything to address the board with, to please do so.
Bueno, yo quisiera saber todo. Quiero que la casa no se demola porque es lo único que he hecho en mi vida. Y yo no, ya no estoy muy bien. Otra persona está encargada de hacer eso y ya dio $10,000.
¿El acuerdo se ha firmado o todavía no?
Ya se dieron $10,000.
No, pero firmaste el acuerdo.
Sí.
Was the
No.
rehab agreement signed by any chance?
I don't have one in my file.
No.
That
Entonces no
doesn't
lo has
mean-
firmado todavía.
No, firmé un papel nomás donde con el,
Pero,
el del
ok.
contratista.
Y tienes vas a arreglar la propiedad, vas a
Sí.
terminar. Okay. Mr. Diaz is asking for the property not to be put on the demo list. He is intending on finishing the property to finish it 100% and to comply.
Well, as Mr. Smith just explained to Attorney Hallett, we'll probably incline to keep it on the demo list, just keep the process moving forward. But he's going to have ample time to finish the property, if that's his wish, through the rehab agreement that's got to be signed through code enforcement.
Van a proceder con el proceso de la demolición, pero eso todavía te da tiempo de a ti de terminar ese proyecto. Entonces, si de aquí entonces lo terminas, no lo van a...
That's 6 or 8 weeks from now, Adrian, right, at least, and he'll be notified at least one more time.
Semanas que te dan para que esa propiedad esté a 100%.
6% es muy pronto. No me dan más tiempo para
Is
eso.
there any way that he's asking if there's any way that he can add additional time other than 6 to 8 weeks?
That would be something that's going to have to be discussed with the code enforcement department or building, I would think, if he signs the rehab agreement.
The rehab agreement was sent to him on September 13th, and it has not been signed to date. We never received it back.
Yo estoy mal, no estoy muy bien, me quedé mal. Entonces yo todo se me pierde porque no tengo...
Mr. Diaz is indicating that he hasn't been well with me, so unfortunately he does not know where the document would be.
Pero la persona que se encarga de eso...
Maybe check the mailbox or the email would be my guess.
¿Te lo mandaron por correo electrónico o por correo?
No sé.
We send it to the address that's provided to us through Mr. Luter.
Can we confirm that address, Adrian?
¿Cuál es tú dónde vives? ¿En cuál es tu propiedad?
1137 y de la 150 en Hammond, Indiana.
Entonces, ¿tú vives en esa propiedad?
No, vivo en otro
He
lado.
lives at 1137 150th.
No, he doesn't.
Hammond. No?
That's the property units.
Es-
¿Dónde tú vives? ¿Dónde tú vives?
ahorita no sé la dirección, pero vivo con el mismo amigo que me la está arreglando con la compañía, pero no sé ahorita la
Alright, so currently he's living with a friend. He's not aware of the current address that he actually lives in. So it's,
Where's the, where does he have an email address?
¿tú tienes un correo electrónico?
Sí.
¿Cuál es?
Es Rosadia 12 email.com.
¿A cuál? ¿Arroba qué?
Yeah, Rosadia 12 @email.com.
Gmail.
Yeah.
So it would be Rosadia 12.
Rosadia.
Sí.
Yeah.
Rosadia12@gmail.com.
Okay, so we have it as,
Sí.
I have it as josevega003 @hotmail.com. That's where it was sent.
Vega, arroba,
003 @hotmail.com.
¿mande?
¿Qué es eso?
Eso es donde mandaron el acuerdo. ¿Tú sabes o tienes algo que ver con esa
Oh,
dirección?
sí, es un amigo de la persona familiar que me anda arreglando.
This is,
Porque yo no tengo ayuda, está tan mal de la cabeza todavía, ¿no? Porque él habla inglés y todo eso.
you don't know the address where you're living? Come on.
Yeah, sure.
O ahí lo mandaron.
I'm ready to make a.
I mean, we'll send it again to the new address. And Mr. Luter gave us josevega003@hotmail.com. So that's where we sent it. That's probably the address Mr. Diaz gave to Mr. Luter, I would assume. But we'll send it to the new one.
Te van a mandar el acuerdo a la nueva.
And if he waits around, we can print it out and he can get it today.
O lo que
Ok.
puedes hacer es esperar ahorita, te lo dan y lo firmas. ¿Ok?
Pero, ¿cómo lo hago? O sea,
Ahorita te lo explico. ¿Ok? Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Adrian.
Okay, so then I'm going to make a motion to approve the demolition order for 1137 150th Street.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Diaz.
Si te vas a sí, ahorita. ¿Quieres tomar asiento?
4916 Ash.
4916 Ash, rear only. Mr. Turnipseed's present. I spoke with him before. You can see on the behalf of the city the photos that we presented. It looks like there might be some rooms on the second floor of the building, however, no gas meters present. The electric appears to be cut at the pole. The rear building appears to be in poor condition with broken and rotted out windows in the structure. Roof and gutters are in bad condition and a collapsed roof. Mr. Turnipseed has indicated that he would like to rip off the upper structure and keep the brick structure below and make it into a garage. So he's willing to work on that. I explained to him the process. He understands it. We'd request that the board enter the order as presented and that, you know, he's going to, I think I explained to him that he's going to go down and get an inspection. Either Mr. Castro or Mr. Farrell can give him a card and he can go down there, pay for the inspection, and hopefully move forward. But we'd request that it be entered. Mr. Turnipseed, if you want to speak to the board at all, you can do that.
Yeah, it used to be a rental, and my kids lived there, and they moved out, and it's falling down. But I'd like to save the bottom brick. It's a two-car garage. I'd like to save that and roof it. But I don't know whether it would be better to tear it all down, put a new garage in.
Okay. Okay. But you understand, you understand where we are with the process?
Yes.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Then I'm going to make a motion to approve the demolition order for 4916 Ash.
I'll second that.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we should have been signing these as we were going, man. Oh, sorry. 1806 Brown.
1806 Brown, this owner is listed as Fay and Henry Farmer. It appears that Fay Farmer is deceased and there's an estate that's been opened. According to the inspector, this property has been cited numerous times, defaulted in court. The owners refused to make the necessary repairs to the roof. There have been zero water usage at this property since February of this year. The photos that are on tab 3 show a two-story white-sided home with a roof in disrepair and sheets over some of the windows. I don't know if anyone's here for 1806 Brown. 1806 Brown, okay. Mr. Pagic has some more recent photos. I can show you. No one appears. We'd request the order be affirmed as presented. We do have good service.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion to approve the demolition order for 1806 Brown Avenue.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Pagic wants to mention something to the board on this
I
property.
do want to make a note that the property is still occupied. The owner, Mr. Farmer Jr., still occupies the property, and I don't know what we'd have to do going forward. The property is in very, very bad condition with the roof, and with the new photos provided, the exterior wall in the rear is actually collapsing outward. So I don't know what we'd have to do going forward.
Maybe call it adult services.
Adult services?
Yeah.
I know we've tried that process before.
Or us, yeah.
I mean, how many people are there?
I believe, from neighbor speculation, I believe it's 2 people living in the property, just based on what neighbors have called and told me about. And even speaking to the water department, they actually informed me that at nighttime they're stealing water from the neighbors.
Yeah, if it's uninhabitable, we should maybe call adult service, call the health department out, and maybe we can mark it uninhabitable, and then they need to get out. So
Yeah.
it sounds like it's a dangerous situation. Yep. But it'll be up again for bids. So you can get us. All right.
530 Conkey Street.
Here's some more recent photos of 530 County. It's a commercial structure right on Conkey. the owners are listed as Juan and Maria Garcia from Crete, Illinois. Is anybody here for 530 Conkey? All right, photos show a single-story commercial structure. Flooring support systems failed. The southeast corner is structurally compromised where the electric service is connected. The property owner visited with the inspector in September of last year. However, no repairs have been done. We would request the order be affirmed. We do have good service.
Good. Yep. Make a motion to approve the demolition order for 530 Conkey.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 7601 Golfway Court.
Yes, this is, Mr. Hawkins is the inspector on this. There are exemptions on this property. It's listed as the estate of Caroline Cummings as the owner. We had a prior demolition on this property from 2018. Gas and electrical meters have been pulled. The gas line's capped off from the outside. Water's been off since 2016. The photos that you can see in the book show a one-story slab structure with overgrowth, roofing material deteriorating, and the garage is in significant disrepair. We would request the order be affirmed as presented. No one appears, and we do have good service.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the demolition order for 7601 Golfway Court.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 843 Logan Street.
43 Logan, Mr. Castro is the inspector. The owner's listed as a Kelsey Ibarra at that same address. I don't believe anyone's here for 843 Logan. There was a board up done in 2019 as an unsafe possible 2-unit. The stairs on the side of the property do not follow the zoning code. There's no gas meter. The water's been off since 2019, and the chimney appears to be in disrepair. We would request that, based on the condition of the property, we do have good service, that the order be affirmed as presented.
No one here? Okay.
Make a motion then to affirm the demolition order for 843 Logan Street.
I will second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 6844 Missouri Avenue.
6844 Missouri, Mr. Coles is the inspector. The owner's listed as a Randall Hendricks from Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Water's been off since 2011. The property's been registered as a rental every year since 2012, even though we don't believe that it's being used as a rental, probably potentially as a way to avoid the vacant property ordinance. The property appears to be in no condition for a habitable space per the inspector. It's a one-story slab structure boarded up with the roof failing, gutters failing, and extreme overgrowth on the property. Based on the condition of the property, failure of the owner to appear, we'd request the order be entered as presented. We do have good service.
Okay, I'll make a motion then to approve the demolition order for 6844 Missouri Avenue.
I will second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 7925 Nevada. That's
7925 Nevada, the representatives of the owners are here. Ms. Rosales is here with a gentleman as well. And this is the old Temptation Gentlemen's Club on the service road. It's a commercial structure. The gas and electric meters are gone. The water's off since about October of 2012. The property is not listed on the vacant structure per the city ordinance, so that needs to be fixed. I've spoken to Ms. Morales about that. I'm sorry, Ms. Rosales about that. The gutters appear also to be in disrepair. It's been boarded up and the meters have been pulled. So this is one of those where we wanted to, number one, get the owners before you just because it's been vacant for so long. Number two, make sure it's registered as a vacant structure. Mr. Farrell will give them the card that they can get a hold of him to facilitate that. And I'll leave it up to Ms. Rosales to address the board as to their plans with the property.
Good morning.
Yes, so we plan on fixing all the repairs that need to be done. We actually have people there now that are picking up the outside part. We plan on cleaning the inside. We don't plan on doing anything with it now, so we do want to keep it on the vacant. And he just informed me what I have to do to register and get all that going with it. We still will continue to do the repairs just to make everything, right with the building. As far as what's going to be going on with it, I couldn't tell you that right now. So we inside, we want to clean it out, just get it to like a vanilla box, in case that he does want to sell or he wants to, reopen whatever it is that his plans are. We at least have it ready to go.
So, Mr. Smith, what is it they're going to be required to do to keep it vacant? They're going to have to board up?
It's registered every year, and it has to be.
I mean, it's got to stay clean on the outside, no trash buildup, even if
Yes.
people come and dump there, right?
Yes.
Illegally?
Yes.
Okay,
It's got to be kept up.
okay.
We'll keep an eye on it, and we'll make sure it's in good standing all the time.
Do you have a time frame for these repairs to take place?
We started about a week ago, and I want to say, what did you say, like a month or so?
Yeah.
That I think we should have everything done.
So just remember, any work you do inside is going to have to, you need to pull permits, right? And so, and to do that, you're going to have an inspection done.
And that's what we want to do next. So right now, we're just basically picking up the weeds and anything that we could, clean up ourselves. Right now, that's what I told them, like, we got to figure out, what we have to do. A lot of these things they're not like specific, so we want to know, like, okay, specifically, what is more urgent that we need to do, so yeah, that's what we're.
So he's going to give, Mr. Farrell will give them a card. You guys, if you guys could go down and pay for a demo inspection today or whatever in the next couple weeks, that'll at least allow the inspection to be scheduled. And then we can kind of go through it with you, go over what needs to be done, we'll enter a rehab agreement, and then we'll all be on the same page.
Okay,
All right?
perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And we're going to continue the
Yeah, I'd
demo
request the order
process,
be-
right?
Yeah, I'd request that the order be entered, but, stayed kind of pending.
Right.
A hopeful rehab.
Okay.
And
Okay.
just a question, if, I know you go enter it, but if we do that all in our time frame, then they will remove the order?
Yeah, when you pay for the demo inspection, that usually lets us know that you're moving forward and things are
Okay.
going in the right direction.
Okay.
And then, but if you don't pay for it and then it comes up for bid and we don't hear from you, that'll
Okay, okay,
indicate that
just so I
nothing's
know,
going on.
yeah,
and
just so
we'll
I
move
know the process.
forward.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll get another notice at one of these addresses. I assume you got the note, looks
Yes,
like you got the
yes,
notice at one of
yes.
them. So is there a better address than others? Is the Markham address the best one, Oak
The
Forest?
Markham is the right.
Markham's the good one, okay, great. Okay, we'll make sure you get notice.
Okay,
All right,
sounds
thank
good.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you.
for the genteel explanation. Thank you.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve the demolition order for 7925 Nevada Street, but hopefully we will get a rehab agreement signed at some point.
And I will second as long as the owners keep this property gentle.
Very nice.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
I mean, I think Gentile's the way it's got to go.
Gentile.
We did
but-
49, we did four, genteel.
It's gentile, like Gentiles are like in the Bible, unless it maybe,
We're a fan of them, too,
we're a
Kevin.
fan of Gentiles.
We've done 4919 Pine. Let's move on to 1101 Roosevelt Street.
All right, 1101 Roosevelt, I do have some updated photos.
Thank you. We love photos.
Didn't I say genteel?
I didn't have any of the last address, Jeff, but.
We all said it wrong.
So 1101 Roosevelt, Mr. Pagic is the inspector. The owner is listed as Monica Scott. I'm sorry, Mr. Castro's the inspector. Owner was listed as Monica Scott from the same address. There was a prior demolition of this property in 2019. Photos show a one-story structure boarded up. It appears to have fire damage in the rear and the concrete block starting to collapse. The original hearing in 2019 was just after the fire. The owner is now deceased, not because of the fire. And no work has been done, no demo inspection has been requested. Based on the condition of the property, I think it's pretty obvious this needs to be torn down. We'd request, no one appears, we do have good service, we would request that the order be entered as presented.
Okay.
Make a motion then to approve the demolition order for 1101 Roosevelt Street.
Second?
Those in favor?
Aye?
Aye. 848 Truman.
Also, Mr. Castro's inspection, you want to give those to him? We've got some updated photos. The owner is listed as Walter Perez from the same address. Is anybody here on 848 Truman? Photos show a two-story structure boarded up with junk cars in the rear. Mail's been accumulating on the front porch for some time. The front porch is collapsing.
Got it.
Softened gutters are in poor condition. It was boarded up in June of 19. Water's been off since 2019, and no electric or gas meter. Based on the condition of the property, I'd request the order be affirmed. We do have good service, and no one appears.
I will make a motion to affirm the demolition order for 848 Truman Street.
Second?
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye. 1429 Truman Street.
1429 Truman, this is also Mr. Castro's. He's presenting you with some updated photos. The owner is listed as Mr. Romero from the same address. I don't believe it. No, is anybody here on this address? 1429 Truman.
First one, probably.
Photos show a one-story structure boarded up in the rear with a wood staircase boarded up since 2018. No gas or electric meter are present. The water's been off since 2017. The driveway and rear corner of the house is caving in. The garage is in poor condition as well. Based on the condition of the property, I'd request that the order be affirmed as presented. No one appears.
I do believe there's new owners to the property now.
If there are, they may have, they didn't get notice. So if you have new owners, I need to know, because they're not on the.
Hernandez, I call him Felipe.
Okay, it's,
Yeah.
it's Felipe, I said Mr. Romero, it's Felipe Hernandez Romero at the same address. You think that's the current?
That's him, yeah.
Okay, so he got notice.
Then I will make a motion then to affirm the demolition order for 1429 Truman Street.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Castro wanted to also inform the board about some news on that property.
Yes, when I went to go get the pictures the other day, I noticed that somebody's been doing work on the property without permits. They demolished the garage, and appears to have been doing foundation work to correct some of the issues, but there was no permits done. And Mr. Hernandez is a licensed contractor with the city, so
Would you please report him to the contractors board?
yes, I'm going to be reaching out to him to find out who's been doing the work and why they've been doing it without permits.
I would get the contractors board involved immediately as well.
Yeah, I talked to Bob, and that's what he asked me to do first.
Great.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Castro? Let's see, is it 5557, Walter, or 5554, Walter? Which one is it?
5554.
Okay, the order's got 57.
Okay, we'll make sure that's corrected. Thank you for catching that. That's why you're the president. 5554, Walter.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Castro's. The owner's listed as Batello from Claude Avenue. Boarded up in 2019, lots of interior work done without permits. Multiple stop work orders have been posted, no gas or electric meters present. The water's been off since 2018. Unfortunately, trash is constantly dumped on this property at the alley. It's a one-story structure with boarded up windows, broken windows, and siding in disrepair. Based on the condition of the property, is anyone here on 5554 Walter? And the fact that no one appears, we would request the order be entered as affirmed. Affirmed as presented. We do have good service.
Okay. I will then make a motion to approve the demolition order for 5554 Walter Avenue.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you to the board.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. I didn't think I could talk and sign at the same time, but I actually did a whole stack. Item D, notice of violation hearing regarding property located at 4731 Sheffield Avenue. So do we get a thumbs up on Gentile?
Good morning, Board.
Morning.
Morning.
On August 24th, 2022, I performed an interior inspection of this property because I requested the interior inspection on suspicions that it might have an illegal second-floor apartment due to, from the outside, I could see there was a stairwell through the windows. The property originally caught my attention because they weren't cutting it, and so I was originally there for the cut and clean. Did the inspection, and my concerns were confirmed when I did the inspection. The second floor has an apartment. It did have a permit for adding rooms on the second floor, but never an apartment, and the kitchen, as it currently sits now, does not meet current code. It doesn't have 7-foot ceilings over half of the area. Only, they didn't put the dormer over the kitchen area, just everything else. So, based on the inspection, there was no permits for an apartment, no licenses, no inspections, and we request that the second floor apartment be ordered removed, but the bedrooms can stay up there.
So what are they removing, the kitchen space?
Yes, I'm requesting that the kitchen be removed, capped off in the walls and stuff, and they can turn that space into a closet for the rear room.
So second floor apartment or second floor kitchen? What do we?
Well, it's,
First room, second
what makes it an apartment is the kitchen being up there.
Okay.
So, yeah, they'll have to open up the stairway down in the first floor.
Second floor apartment, yeah.
But the owner is deceased and the property is up for sale. It was the property, or the executor of the estate is the one that allowed me to do the inspection.
Okay, then I'm going to make a motion to approve the notice of violation and order the second floor apartment to be removed.
I'll second. I was
All those in
voting no.
favor? All those in
Aye.
favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Castro.
Oh, they're getting on the road, huh?
I ain't going nowhere.
Garage sale permits.
I'm trying to, it's hard for me to do two things at once
You're
like
right,
this.
you're right.
Item E, garage sale permit submitted for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the garage sale permits.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, wrong foot.
Old business, item A, status, Ernie Dillon, request for bleachers, speaker stand, and chairs for his Veterans Day ceremony at Lyman and Douglas.
We actually sent that over to Gary at Public Works, and he will make sure that everything is taken care of.
Simple enough.
That was simple enough. Thank you, Ms. Wachter.
No action necessary.
No action necessary. We'll notify.
We already notified.
Okay, got it. Okay. Item B, status, 700 block of spruce.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We came again today to see what the results about 727 status on Spruce Street. The parking is horrible now. My kids had a birthday party Saturday, couldn't park in front of the house. I had to call a neighbor that owns a business across the street, permission to put, family members' cars there. Ridiculous. After 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, the whole street, everybody's moving around everywhere. This matter has to be taken care of. Been going on for a long time. I called the police Saturday. I did, 7:30 in the morning, so I can get them to move because my daughter was coming. The officer came, tagged one of the vehicles because it was out of date, the plate, for the license plate. The officer put stickers on there. The guy from across the street, 727, came to me yelling, screaming, why this and that. And I said, hey, I was told your plates are illegal. You don't live here. Put your car in front of your house. He told me to go, you know what, F myself. He told me I could put my car anywhere I want to. I says, look, I've been paying my taxes over 45 years just to put my car in front of the house. Can't even do that. I got cars there now. All the neighbors got cars in front of their house because of him. When it comes Saturday and Sunday, forget it. We got to put our cars on the Duke Oil because we live in a corner half of the alley, property. We have to put it everywhere else. My friends, my family can't come over because of the fact 727 won't move his vehicles. And he's giving us a hard time. All the neighbors don't want to complain because he threatened them personally. You call any official, you call the police, we will hurt you. That's wrong.
Okay, so this is a tough one. I've had several conversations with Lieutenant Moore. It's a game of cat and mouse that they're playing with us.
Yes, that's what they're doing.
Okay, so we tag the vehicles. They move them every 96 hours, which is what's required. And then we can't tow the car. Oh, just hold on a second. That's what he tells me, okay? So these cars, we haven't been able to prove that he's working on cars and getting paid for it.
Right.
Now, we believe that's what's happening, but proving it is a different story.
Yes,
So because this has been going on a while, Lieutenant Moore said he's frustrated because he wants to do something, but it's difficult when the cars are moved around as often as they
May I
are.
say something?
Sure.
He bought cars from out of town, because I was asking him, hey, dude, why you got all these cars? Oh, I buy them from out of town, I'm gonna fix them and sell them. Well, fix them somewhere else and take them somewhere else. Don't be leaving it here on our properties.
Well, here's what I can tell you. We have a step we're going to take that I'm not going to divulge in this meeting because
I understand.
it'll defeat the purpose. We have something we're going to do that it will take, hopefully we can take care of this, but it's not going to be like tomorrow, just so you know. It's a process. We're working on it. I promise you working. I just talked to Lieutenant Moore again yesterday. I know they're working on it.
Yes.
You guys said you guys have violations that are going to court, right?
So we have a current citation that is under a 1-year supervision for the property at any point when work is being done in an unapproved location.
Okay.
So the majority of the work that is being done is in the driveway and up until his garage. And so that's where the majority of the work that I'm being able to observe is taking place.
Okay.
And so the photos that I've provided are the photos of the vehicles on the street and also what is currently parked in his driveway. The vehicles that are in the driveway are all registered and have the proper tag for the next year. The ones that were taken in the photos are the ones that are located in the street that have Illinois plates that are unregistered or don't have up-to-date tags.
And they've been tagged, like I said, Saturday when the female officer came and put the tag on the white, something Ford van.
White Impala or whatever?
Oh, you're
No,
talking
but
about the
no,
white
Buick
Ford?
hasn't moved now. Monday will be 3 months. It has never moved in front of the house. 731 wants their property so they can put their car in front, because now 731 is parked in 733. 733 is complaining because he can't put his car, he can't even park his car. He has to call me to put it on my long driveway.
And understandably so, the issue with the white vehicle is that the white Buick has registered plates with 2023 tags.
And that's the one that has a blown transmission, because that's what the owner of 727 told me, because I got into his face Saturday.
In regards to that vehicle, is it being moved every 96
Nope,
hours?
nope.
Which one is that
3
one?
months.
White
Monday
Buick
would
has
be
a
3
registered
months.
plate.
That vehicle.
Can I have
has
these, by the way?
not been
Yeah,
moved.
you can have those. I have them on my computer.
3 months. That vehicle Monday has not been moved.
Okay, so, like I said, sir, you have my word, okay?
Yes,
I'm the
sir.
assistant chief, you have my word.
I trust you.
We're on top of this, and we're going to do something to try to rectify the problem. All I'm asking for is you give us a little bit of time.
That's all I asked.
And I would ask that your neighbors, if they are truly getting threatened by this gentleman, to make reports.
They're afraid because,
They don't have to follow up with, but at least show that there's a pattern of him making threats.
Okay.
Let's start doing something on that side of it.
that's where we're gonna have to get the other neighbors and say,
get
hey,
it.
come on, because the guy was threatening his hand in front of the neighbor's face.
Well, like I said, you have my word. We're on top of it. I
Oh, I
promise
trust
you.
you.
You'll see something soon.
If you're like Bob and Bork, I know you'll get it done.
I know Bob very well, so
So do
yeah, so we'll take care of it, I promise.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your time also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
We just
you.
wanted a little results.
No, I understand. I would too if I were you.
Because it's like it's every weekend, we're just trying to put a car there, or have family come over. We gotta ask neighbors if we can park in front of their house or
It'll
put it
take
in their
about that
driveway.
amount of time.
That's all.
I'll let you know what we're gonna do.
We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome.
We're gonna set it for status for another month, so you can come back and see if there's any, result.
Okay,
Please.
that'd be fine.
We wanna get.
Okay, so we'll go to December 1st, probably? Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna set 700 block of spruce for status to December 1st, 2022.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
See you then.
See you then, thank you.
Thank you for your concern.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Rental registration hearing, 1421 Sherman. Nicely done, bro.
We're gonna put a pole camera up there. I'm gonna put a camera on the pole and watch the house, yeah. I just don't want anybody knowing that.
So, we have a single-family home property, looks like, Mr. Ramirez okay, is a new owner of the property, purchased it in August of 2022, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it just looks like they, missed the 30-day, deadline to register the property after becoming a new owner and, having it as a rental property.
The red flag.
I did notice, I know it's still probably recent, but there is still a homestead tax exemption that's applied to the property. Have you guys filled out and submitted this when you purchased the property to remove that? Because rental properties do not qualify for the homestead tax exemption. So if that hasn't been done, if you could fill this out and sign, we can send it, on your behalf. So if you can, just the highlighted sections, if you can sign, fill that out for me and then get that back to me, that'd be great. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the reason for he missed it, when he purchased it, it's been rented. It's rented since he purchased it. So he thought that it had the sticker on it.
Already.
So when he went to switch the contract with the lady, because she said she was gonna get out. So he was gonna wait till the new renters came in, because he had to do some painting on the walls. But when he went back in there, she said she was gonna stay. So that's when he came, because he thought he had the sticker registration from the past owner. When they got here, when he noticed that it didn't have, that's when he came to register it. That's when they told him that he had to come to the, here for the.
Yeah, I'm good, we're good, all right, yeah. Okay, you're good.
Do you guys have other rental properties in town?
Yeah, he has a couple more.
Yeah, like, Dollar 7 and I'm always get them.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion to waive the late fee for 2022 and also require you to fill out the necessary paperwork to remove the homestead exemption.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, is that it for you, Mr. Farrell?
Hey, Nick, if you want to let them know, they can wait around and pay it if they want.
Okay.
Meeting's open to the public. Oh, Mr. Duncanson.
Good morning. I'm here representing the Hammond Optimists this Saturday, the 29th of October at 7015 Kennedy. We are going to have our annual fundraiser. The chairman of the fundraiser has talked to the neighbors and let them know that we're going to have our fundraiser, and there's access to their property. What we want to do is close the alley from property line to property line. We did this last year
before, right?
with your approval, and I'm here to ask for your approval again.
When you say property, do you mean just at the Optimist property line behind the building, right?
In the alley.
Just across the alleyway, right?
Yeah, just from our property line to the north property line to the south property line.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you need barricades, or are you going to block it with something else?
I don't think so. The chairman never requested barricades, and if he does, he'll make contact.
Okay.
And this is for Saturday, right?
This is this Saturday, yeah, probably from 5 o'clock to 10.
Was it the 30th, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion then to approve Hammond Optimist request to close down the property lines in the alley on Saturday, 10/30/2022.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Wayne. Anyone else? And
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hey, Kev.
Thank you, all.